Greetings all, thedvsmonkey here. I came to my favorite gazebo on my rec center woodsy area to give a little test on the a6600 being controlled with the Sony app and having the Rode Wireless Go be all the way over there. So I'm all the way over underneath the gazebo. At the very edge, as you can see, I'm sitting on the bench. Now, directly across from me, all the way over on this wooden deck, I'm gonna guess 30-ish feet away, I have the 6600 sitting on the switch pod. Now, the problem is that this app is shit. It's so laggy that it's not even changing the picture of me on the thing. So I don't know what's filming, what isn't, and if I'm properly in frame or not. I think I am. It also, I did this specifically so that I could use the zoom function. Right now I have the Sony a6600 set up with the 18-105 f4. And then the Rode Wireless Go all sitting on the switch pod. This is so buggy that I can't see, like what I do doesn't show up. Like it's showing up right now, but it shows up for like a second and a half and then it freezes, then it glitches ahead to whatever. So it's completely unreliable. You would think that with the most advanced cell phone, in the world right now and the newest flagship camera, that there would be better control between the app and the camera. I'm literally like 30 feet away from this, between the phone and the camera, complete line of sight, and there's nothing in between us. So that means that if I were actually any bit further away than this, or there were shit in between me and the camera, like people or something like that, in all likelihood, I would not be able to control it, which is really disappointing. And I guess that's the whole point of testing it, is that it isn't working. Now, also the display does not show me everything that I want to see. And I've tried to switch it and it's not showing me anything. So the app is worthless. I'm surprised it even started the recording. And of course I'm assuming that it is. It tells me on the app that the camera's recording, but I don't know if it is or not. Again, I guess that's the point of testing, is to see how things work. But very disappointed that the Sony imaging app working on my iPhone 11 Pro Max 30 feet away with direct line of sight from my a6600 is so shitty and laggy and unusable. I couldn't get the zoom function to work at all. Like I would touch it and hit it, and I was using my little finger and I was trying to rub it and tap it and hold down on it and all that kind of stuff, and it barely moved. So it probably would have taken me 20 minutes to zoom from 18 to 105. And I do have clear image zoom on, so it would have zoomed, 2 times a little bit more. So I don't even know if this is recording me visually, and if, I'm confident that the Rode Wireless Go is getting the signal there. I know I've seen people be over a football field away with direct line of sight, and literally there's nothing out here except for woods and this gazebo, so there should be no reason why it isn't picking up the audio. I'm confident at least in that. Way to go, Rode. So my test has confirmed what I hope that it didn't, and that's that I cannot use this app on the phone to control this camera for even what I think is a small distance. This doesn't do me any good if I can't use it any more than 5 feet away. My original thought was that I was going to use the zoom function to show you exactly how far away I am, but the problem is that it doesn't work. Or at least I don't think it works, because the app is so laggy that it isn't showing that it's zooming in or out. It could be zoomed all the way in for all I know at this point. This is the kind of shit that makes me want to smash things. I mean, God, this is just pathetic how awful this is. So as soon as I start trying to zoom, it freezes. And then I look down and I set the camera down, and then it starts showing stuff. Now I've got the spinning thinking circle. Sony, you let me down. This is also the curse of being a one-man band, that you have, you don't have anybody on the other side over there to zoom and unzoom. It shows the little bar you know, that gives you an idea of the zoom, but it doesn't actually tell you what the zoom is. So again, this app is complete shit. It is absolutely worthless. It is not telling me anything. It doesn't show you anything on the screen that you need to know. It doesn't, so I have no idea, like if I wanted to zoom specifically into like 36 millimeters, I'd have no way of knowing what that is because it doesn't show me that on the display. As you can see, I'm all the way over here and I will walk up now towards the camera. Now in theory, you'd think that if distance is a problem for this, that this would get better and it wouldn't lag at all the closer I got. But it is completely shit. Lag, like it hasn't, since I was under the gazebo, it hasn't updated the picture yet. Okay, there, now it just came up and here I am. I'm right in front of the camera and it's still freezing. It isn't doing anything. It is just utter shit. So disappointing that one of the biggest camera manufacturers in the world, one of the biggest electronics manufacturers in the world has such a shitty app. Totally disappointing. There's my test of the Sony a6600 with the Sony 18-105 f4 lens on it, Rode Wireless Go. I guarantee you when I go back and listen to this footage and watch the footage that the only thing that is going to be decent is the sound. It's the Sony imaging app. When they got rid of the Sony Play, I think it was Play Memories app that allowed you to like download special functions and all that kind of shit, which I had for my Sony a7R II. Those were awesome. The app was great then. And then they upgraded it to this monstrosity that is an embarrassment. And that's been out a long time. So there's absolutely no excuse for this program to be so awful. And it really is. Very, 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 very disappointing and annoying. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you for joining me. Like, subscribe, and all that shit. And remember, kids, forward and up.